If you know me in real life and have had the displeasure of listening to me yap about art, there is almost no doubt you've heard the name Norman Rockwell pop up. Whether or not most Americans know his name, it is without debate that they're able to recognize at least one of his illustrations. I'd go as far to say that he's one of the most recognizable American artists of the past century. He's up there with Hopper, Koons, Warhol, Pollock, the greats. To give you a brief introduction to Rockwell, he was born in 1894 in New York City and worked as a painter and illustrator for most of his life. He's known for capturing wholesome everyday moments that encapsulate American life, most of which were presented on the cover for the Saturday Evening Post. But what I would like to focus on is freedom of speech, one of his most powerful works from his For Freedom series. Painted in 1943, Freedom of Speech is directly inspired by FDR's 1941 State of the Union address, where Roosevelt outlined the four freedoms that everyone should enjoy: freedom of speech, freedom of worship, freedom from want, and freedom from fear. These ideals were in direct opposition to the fascist ideas held in Germany, Italy, or Spain at the time. Looking at freedom of speech, I think it's really cool that I can have a little insight into that period of time. In my opinion, it's the most impactful in the series. It depicts an average blue-collar worker standing among his peers in what we can assume is a city council meeting, where he's speaking on a topic that must be very important to him. I think it's moving because everyone in the piece is paying close attention to what he has to say. Not only that, their expressions are not ones of judgment or malice, but rather a simple curiosity. Reflecting now, having the right to express your thoughts isn't a universal experience, and is one I definitely take for granted. So when I study political portraits, like freedom of speech, I'm forced to appreciate how privileged I am to live in a time and place where I'm allowed to speak up about my beliefs. So wrapping things up, I think living in such a divided time further emphasizes the importance of our freedom of speech. We need to have open conversations and be willing to admit that we're wrong. To tell you the truth, the most beautiful part about Norman Rockwell's freedom of speech is the fact that it could be any one of us standing up there saying what we have to say. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed. Love you, bye.